Welcome to the Bite Size Storytelling Show, brought to you by Commaful.com, where we bring you techniques, advice, and stories that will help you on your writing journey. Without further ado, please give a warm welcome to our special guest.
Hello everyone, I am Suryasri Saha, author and poet, and I have published 3 books till now. The first one is a novel which is available in ebook, and the other 2 are poetry books and they are available in paperback as well. So I was very much delighted when Commaful approached me to share some of my experience and insights related to writing, poetry, and publishing, because I really enjoy writing and also sharing my own insights and experience in this particular regard. So in this particular video, I am going to share some of my insights and also few useful tips and tricks which I believe is really helpful when it comes specifically to storytelling. So let's get started. So when it gets to storytelling, you need to understand that it is very different from writing, because when you're writing something, you definitely get a lot of freedom to build something like the plot right from the scratch to the beginning and like the middle and then the end and everything. But when it comes to storytelling, it is usually a lot of restriction, because obviously because of the time limit. So we won't be getting a lot of time, and we need to make sure that the audience are engrossed right from the beginning till the end, but also in a very limited point of time. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about 3 main aspects when it comes to a storytelling and one tip for each of them. So the first one being characters. So when it comes to characters, when we are writing something that is a book, that time we really get a lot of things to do with the character, that is live with the character, grow with the character, explore the character more and more. But when it comes to telling it, that is narrating, you definitely don't get the scope and all that. So what is important is be empathetic. That is, you need to empathize with the character, you need to be the character. So you need to try to understand the difference when you're talking about a positive character, try to be in that particular shoe. And also when you're talking about a negative character, what is the difference with the positive one? So that is something, that is be the character, and try to just be kind with the character, try to empathize the character. That is what I would really like to say. Now, the second important thing when it comes to storytelling is the plot. So as I already mentioned, that if we are writing, then we get a lot of freedom, lot of chance to build something right from the scratch. But when it comes to storytelling, then we won't be getting all the time. So in that case, try to give the plot in such a manner that you give the gist but not all of it. So the readers, or rather the audience, should be becoming more and more expectant to hear more from you, but they should also have a completely different turn when you're ending your storytelling. So you need to design your plot in such a manner that you're giving the theme, you're giving the gist, but also not the all of it, and that can actually take a completely different turn in the end to be something like, I would be expecting something positive, but in the end you gave a u-turn and the audience would be totally spellbound. That is something which is really useful. And third, and the most important, that is the key thing, that is narration. So narration is the main thing. No matter how not interesting or even how dull your story is, if your narration is really on point, then you will be getting all the brownie points. So far as narration is concerned, just make sure that intonation, that is the rise and fall of voice, the pitch and the clarity, that is it, these 3 things. So before going to the stage, if you just look into these 3 things, that is the pitch, intonation and the clarity, I think it will be all set. So when I talk about intonation, that is the rise and fall of words, what I really mean is, when you're expressing happiness, you really need to show it in your voice. Similarly, when you're expressing excitement, you cannot be saying it like in a sad or morose voice. So you need to show that excitement in your voice. There should be proper intonation, pitch and clarity. So that's it. So this was a very short video, and I have just shared like one tip for each of these, but I believe these 3 tips are the ones which would definitely help you. If you can just check these just before going to the stage, you would definitely win the show. So when I was approached by Commaful to share some of my insights so far as storytelling is concerned, I could only think of these 3, because these are usually the ones which I try to follow mostly if I am writing or even when I'm narrating something out to people. That is the main thing. So before ending this video, I would really like to talk about my books as well. That is, the first one is a novel, of course, that is available in ebooks, so you people can also check those out. You just need to go to Amazon Kindle and just type my name. You will get all the listings of the book, that is the 3 books. And here I also have the paperbacks with me of my poetry books, that is the Prism of Penning Expressions, and the second one, that is Prism of Thoughts. So these you can easily get in Amazon or Snapdeal or Flipkart, or also on Goodreads as well. And apart from that, I also have a YouTube channel where I mostly talk about writing, poetry, publishing, and also everything that you need to know for publishing your first book. That is everything one needs to know to convert a manuscript into a paperback, and also what exactly is the difference, literally everything to help you to become a writer. That is it. And recently I've also started talking about few self motivation, or rather self motivating videos, because those also I believe is really important. So that's it. And yeah, these are all. So but before ending my video, the main and the most important tip which I really believe is important for writer is to always remember the reason why you started writing. So always remember that you started writing because you enjoy it, so it should not be a compulsion. Your relation with writing should be something which is therapeutic to you and which you really enjoy. So it should never be a compulsion or out of force or something, but something which really, really gives freedom and soothes your soul. That's it. And if that is the case, then the journey will be like a paradise and it won't be so difficult or a haywire, because you love what you do. And that is the most important thing. Don't be forced to do that. Only do it when it really comes from the heart, or it is coming, like totally naturally. That's it. And I really hope to share more and more insights with all of you. I really hope the chance to get to talk to you people again, and hopefully soon. Yeah, that's all. Thank you the whole Commaful society and everyone for watching this video. That's it. Have a good day and have a great life. Bye.
If you found this interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and give a special thanks to our volunteer instructor. Reviews and likes really go a long way and help us provide more awesome writing resources to the Commaful community. If you aren't on Commaful yet, you can join a community of poets, short story authors, and fan fiction writers on Commaful.com.